Hayden, you're 8-4. You know, you're going to a bowl. I mean, just how does it feel to cap off the regular season this way?
Oh, it's so exciting, and it's just a lot of time and effort that's accumulated into where we are now, 8-4, and it's crazy to think back and the seasons that I've had here, and you know, we've had a lot of struggles, and to come back my 5th year and get a chance to go 8-4 and win all 3 trophy games. It's a great way to go out.
Yeah, and Bumper, could you address that? Winning all 3 and closing out like that.
Getting all 3 trophies was a huge goal for us. And like Hayden said, we've been through it. You know, we've been in those 2-10 seasons. Right now, we'd be talking to y'all about, but anyways, super excited and very proud of this team.
Are we good on audio? Yeah.
One of the mics isn't working.
Yeah, you had the wrong one out.
Yeah. They're both on.
We're good.
You hear me?
Good? Yeah.
Go ahead, Bob. Hey, didn't notice, I guess it was Barry Odom's birthday today, and Sam just said he got a game ball. Just how happy do you feel for Barry and giving him a game ball and all that, you know, because we know what happened in Missouri, obviously.
I'm really happy for Coach Odom, and I said in media this week that, you know, he's a stone cold killer, and he's the spear of our team. I mean, the tip of the spear. I mean, the guy's he's a legend, and he brings it every single day. I couldn't be so happy for him. I mean, it's his birthday today, and we went out and beat his, the history there, but went out and beat Missouri and got that win for him. I was happy that he got the game ball. I was happy to see him excited about that.
You know, Coach Odom he prepares harder than anybody you could possibly imagine. He wanted this one, and he put it in us this week to go out there and get it done. And I'm just so happy that we can go out there and get it done for him, because he, what he's meant for the University of Arkansas should never go unnoticed, because he completely turned around a team and a defense, and we're forever in his debt.
Defense played real well in the first half, but it's a tight game. And the offense comes out and really puts together a good third quarter. KJ hit some big pass plays, Burks and Davion. Just what'd you think of those big plays and what they did in the third quarter?
You know, we came out and we needed a spark in the third, and we knew that if we continue to play our style of defense, that it would hit our offenses, run the ball, and then they'll hit it explosive. So that's just kind of how it's been all season. This team is very battle tested. You know, we never blink. You know, we go in the locker room no matter the score, and there's not a guy in the locker room that doesn't think we're going to win. And it's just cool to, week in and week out, to continue to see that happen and just seeing the fight in everyone's eyes. It's truly special.
Yes, for both guys, Traylon went over 100 yards receiving for the 6th time in 12 games this year. It's just from a defensive perspective, what's it like watching him make big play after big play, basically on a weekly basis?
I mean, he's just a baller, and the guy's just a freak of nature. That's the bottom line. Goes up and makes contested catches, one-on-one balls, he's going to win. But I mean, to see his progression as coming in as a freshman, to see where he's at now, I mean, he's just constantly getting better, gets better and better every single day, every single week. He's better. And he's a huge spark for our offense. I mean, you give him the ball, usually good things happen.
It's easily said, and he's the definition of greatness. He's got such a great mindset that with people that have the talent that Traylon has, they can take it for so many different directions with it. He's such a great person. He's such a great worker. He's one of the greatest, Hogs to put that jersey on. And, I hope that everyone realizes that.
Play on which their running back slung, I think it was Slusher, around by the face mask. Did that leave any impact on you guys?
No, sir. I don't believe so. Other than the penalty, which helped us out. So.
You had a couple of big tackles at the start of the second quarter when Missouri was driving. What was going on those plays? And then how was the defense kind of able to get some of those kind of stops on drives?
Well, I mean, they were just running the same play over and over again, but I just happened to make a better play on one of them than the other, just doing my job. But third down stops are really big, and one of them was a nice play. So.
Maybe you can take a first take and then Buffer, but I know KJ was in the injury tent some, and look, he was limping a little bit, but he kept, going in there and making plays. What did you guys, think of the toughness he showed today?
he's tough as nails. I mean, he's always been tough as nails, and got banged up against Texas A&M and played through pain. And, you know, I mean, when he runs the way that he does, he's going to get beat up. I mean, he likes to run people over, and I love that about him, actually. That gets me fired up. But I mean, the guy's tough as nails. He's an ultra competitor, loves to win, loves to compete. So.
Want to add anything to that? Or?
That was perfectly said. You know, he's made a steal it sometimes with his head. I mean, he just puts it down and says, I don't care who you are, how big you are, I'm going through you. So, you know, I'm glad he's, you know, in a black jersey at our practices.
Sam said you guys will be lifting weights next week, study hall, but you get a break from football and you'll find out your bowl assignment, I guess, and then start focusing on the opponent. But how good is it going to be to get, you know, a break from football after, you know, 12 games and, you know, obviously tough opponents pretty much all the time?
Yeah. I mean, 12 weeks plus fall camp, you know, it's a grind, and to be able to look back on all the hard work and all the days where you're sitting there just kind of like, you know, we got a lot left. You know, you're in the dog days of camp, and the team never gave up. They never flinched no matter what happened this season. That's what I think I'm most proud of is, you know, we lost a couple of games and we didn't fall. We didn't quit. You know, this team got stronger as the season went on, and that's testament Coach Pittman, you know, our strength staff, and just everyone involved.
Sam said he's actively recruiting you for 2022. Where do you stand with that? I mean, will you give it some thought?
You know, absolutely. I think that we're focused on winning this bowl game, and then, you know, that will all take care of itself when it needs to. But, you know, a perfect example, you know, Hayden and Grant coming back. It's been such a privilege to play next to them and what they've done for the university. You know, I don't think that people realize the impact that two players coming back can make. And I'm so proud that I can, you know, call them friends and got to, you know, play next to them.
Hey, did you feel like you kind of shut down their passing game a little bit? And then they did run the same play a lot, but Beatty wound up with 215. What'd you think of him too?
Yeah, well, I mean, they didn't necessarily need to throw the ball. I mean, they were trying to throw the ball a little bit, but, you know, they were running the ball well on us, and they have a great running back who's leading our league for a reason. And, you know, he's a great player, dynamic running back that makes plays in the run game and pass game. But yeah, after the performance we put on last Saturday, to see our defensive backs the way they played today, I was really proud of them.
Just before the start of the second half, it looked like you had the team around you out there in the middle of the field. What was the message?
You know, there was a lot of like fire inside of me, just because, you know, like I said, with, you know, Hayden and Grant, I wasn't going to let, you know, them go out and not be able to beat Missouri. You know, there's just nothing inside of me was going to let it happen. And I just wanted everyone on the entire team to feel the same way. For all the seniors, for everyone, you know, this season, we needed to end it off right, and beating Missouri was a part of that.
Hayden, yeah, as far as getting a mental, physical break from football, how big is that for you guys, and how much are you looking forward to it, to sort of
I'm really looking forward to it. My body is pretty beat up, so yes, I am really looking forward to it. I can't wait.